Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you the most basic way of understanding the piano, and as how you already saw in the title of the video, I'm going to be showing you how to play the piano for beginners. So if you're a beginner and you're just starting to learn, this is perfect for you. So I'm going to give you 5 tips that I think are super important for you to start learning, and let's do this. So the very first tip is knowing the names of the notes. So in English we call them A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But we always start counting on C. I don't know why. I think it's because it's like the main or principal note. But for you to know where to play those notes in the piano, you first have to know where those notes are located in the piano. So I've always think of the piano as being like a box pattern that is divided into 2. So we first have C, D, E. The other group will be F, G, A, and B. So it will be easier for my brain to memorize that those patterns are divided in those groups, and they're just repeated all over the piano. So that can be one way, but another way can be memorizing the pattern of 2 black notes, 3 black notes, 2, 3, 2, 3, and so on. Every time you see the 2 black notes, the key that is below, it's always going to be C. So if you go up an octave, you're going to find again 2 black notes, and the key that is below is going to be C. So you see that your brain is going to start memorizing because you already have a point of reference, okay? So let's say we're going to find F. F is always located below the 3 black notes or keys, sorry. It doesn't really matter the way you learn it. Is finding the way for your brain to be located and to find notes easy and fast. Tip number 2 is to know the names of the fingers in the piano. The thumb finger, it's gonna be number 1, index finger is gonna be number 2, the middle finger is gonna be number 3, the ring finger is gonna be number 4, and the pinky finger is gonna be number 5. So for you to be able to play a scale, the C scale, from C to C, 1 octave, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna cross your thumb finger below and start 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally 5. The reason why you cross that finger is because it's easier for your hand to go up an octave or to go down. But if you want to go through all the piano, instead of finishing in number 5, you're gonna cross your thumb finger below, and you're gonna start again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on until you reach the final key. Then you're gonna press number 5. And if you're gonna go backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, until you reach the first key in the piano. Tip number 3, half steps and whole steps. In the piano, you can go up or go down by counting half and whole steps. A half step is the minimum distance between one note to another. Let's say you're in C and you move up a half step, now you're in C sharp. Let's say from E to F, there is a half step because there are not keys in between. Now, a whole step is 2 half steps together. So, for example, from F to G, there is a whole step because there is a note in between. Tip number 4, alterations. Alterations are those signs that we just saw that modify the intonation or height of a natural sound. Those are sharps and flats. Sharps raised up any pitch a half step. So for example, from C, if we move up a half step, we get to C sharp. There are 2 exceptions with sharps, and those are from E to F and from B to C. We don't call E sharp or B sharp because there are not keys in between. Now flats are the opposite. So they lower down a half step. So for example, from D, if you go down a half step, you get to D flat. And exactly the same as sharps, there are 2 exceptions with flats, from E to F and same thing with B and C. And last but not least, we have tip number 5, which is actually putting everything together, and a way of doing this is by playing chords. Chords are a group of notes that are played at the same time. So there are major chords and minor chords. Major always sound like happier, and minor always sound a little bit sad. How do you build and how do you play a major chord? So there is a structure that you have to follow so it sounds happier, and it is by playing the root C, then you're gonna add and you're gonna go up 2 whole steps, so C, D, E. From C to E there are 2 whole steps, and then you're gonna go up 1.5. So from E to G there is a half step and a half, right? So you have C, E, G. That is a major chord. And then minor is the opposite. So the structure is 1.5 and then 2 whole steps. C to E flat will be a half step and half. And then from E flat to G there will be 2 whole steps. So that's how you get a minor chord. And that was it for this video. I really hope you guys found this video interesting and helpful. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And that's it. See you next time. Bye.